Good evening, everyone. If I am audible to you all, can you please write in the chat so that we can begin in the session? Simple write yes or no. Great. It appears that I am audible to you all. So yeah, hello everyone. I am Devang Saxena, currently a third year computer science undergraduate and a developer student club lead at GL Bajaj Institute of Technology and Management. So I hope that every individual who is attending this session is both safe and secure. Other than that, I welcome you all to this 30 days of Google Cloud program and needed you to think about few things more before we make a start to this session. In the chat, everyone can ask their doubt at any time, and we will likewise be having a Q&A session at the end for answering all your doubts. So now let me introduce you with today's workshop speaker. That is of course not me. We have Tanmay Goyal with us, who had been selected as a cloud facilitator for this program by the Google developer team. So yeah, over to you, Tanmay.
Thank you, Deva. Hello, everyone. I'm Tanmay Goel. I'm a cloud facilitator. I'm facilitator for this 30 days of Google Cloud program, and I'll be resolving all your doubts and will lead you for how to complete this session. Okay, so let me start with the session. So this is all about me. I'm third year CSE undergraduate and also a facilitator of this program. So our today's meeting agenda is we'll be introducing you a 30 days of cloud program and also will telling you what is cloud. After that, I'll be introducing you with the tracks you need to complete to receive swags. Also, I will tell you how to opt cloud as a career, and while doing tracks you will be getting some problems, so we'll share resources how you can get help from, and after that we'll be having a Q&A session. So let me start with today's meeting. So what is the 30 days of cloud Google Cloud program? Basically every year Google holds a cloud program in which they have some tracks for you to complete to get some basic cloud knowledge, and they also provide swags for that if you complete it. So here is the enrollment site, which is bit.ly/gCCC site. uh, you all have visited it. In this you can find out the tracks, the labs which you need to complete, and also the swags you will receive after completing the program. So let me tell about what is cloud. Basically cloud is a platform where everybody host their softwares or website. For example, you are having a website and you need to make it go visible on the internet. What you do is you need to host it somewhere. You can host it on GitHub or Heroku, etc places to be visible on the internet. That's where clouds come into play, and there are some services which you are very familiar with. For example, PUBG, Fortnite and Pokemon Go. These are some of the best examples of cloud hosting. Basically cloud is composed of three services, which is infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. So let me tell you about what is infrastructure as a service. This is basically used by system admins. So if you upload your software on cloud, what you need is data storage, servers, and virtualization, and some networking tools. Okay, so what cloud does is it provides you some storage facilities, servers, pre-created servers, which you can use further. Also, it provides you platform as a service, which are used by developers. This is used to create a programming environment. For example, you are creating a project on Python, for machine learning in Python. So you need some Python tools. For the best example is Jupyter Notebook. It is cloud hosted and creates environment for you. Also, platform as a service ensures operating system, web servers, and databases. Okay, and the last is software as a service. for example, we all use Google Docs to create presentations and etc. things. If we are using software as a service of cloud, we don't need to install softwares on our personal computers. We all can use it via internet. We all use Gmail, and that is the best example of it. So these all are the examples of what cloud provides you. I have already discussed about the storage, and for example, you need SQL storage or any database which is provided by the cloud. You need some APIs to integrate with your softwares, which is also provided by the cloud. Also, you sometimes need softwares, for example, some Google Maps or any Gmail. You can integrate it via cloud. So let us start. After this, now let us start with the tracks which you need to complete. Okay, so there are two tracks. First one is cloud engineering track, and the second one is data science and machine learning track. In both of the tracks, there are 6 quests, and in each quest, there are 6 to 7 labs which you need to complete in order to receive your swags. To be eligible for the swag, you need to complete at least one track. So, first, let me introduce you with the cloud engineering track. Here we are having 6 quests, and in both the tracks, let me here in track number 1 and track number 2, you can see the first quest, that is getting started, create and manage cloud resources. This is the same. So for both tracks you need to do this is the mandatory one, and else we are having 5 more quests in the track 1, which will introduce you with all these 3 services which I have just discussed, that is infrastructure, platform and software as a service. Okay, so in the data science and machine learning track, Google Cloud wants you to be introduced with the APIs which they provide to be integrated with your softwares. So here are the 6 tracks, 6 quests which you need to complete in order to be eligible for the swag. If you complete any one of the track, you will receive a t-shirt, a sticker pack and a certificate. And if you complete both of the tracks, you will receive 2 t-shirts, a backpack, a sticker pack and a certificate. Okay. So these are the skill batches which you will receive after completing one track, after completing one quest. So in a quest, for example, there are 6 labs. So 5 of them would be novel labs, which will tell you which will cover all the steps, and you will be guided at every step how to do a particular task. But in the challenge lab, you will not be given any steps, and you need to do with the knowledge you are getting from the previous labs. Okay, so after completing all the labs and the challenge lab, you will receive a skill batch like this. After collecting 6 skill batch of one track, you will receive your swags, as I've already discussed. So I will not show you any hands-on, as I have already shared the video in the group. I will resend it so you can watch it and get a taste of how you can do it hands-on. Okay. Many of the students were asking me why to use incognito tab. I have already discussed in the video that you need to do the quick labs with incognito tab. The main reason is you can't open it with okay, you can do it with normal tab, but in quick labs what we do is they provide you a virtual ID which is temporary, and you need to log in your Google Cloud Console with it. If you do it with your normal tab, then it if you do it with a normal tab, then it will not just what it will do is it will log out your original ID, and you will be having problems in for the other things. So that's why I just recommended you to use the incognito tab. Okay, so coming towards the cloud engineering track, the first one was getting started, create and manage resources. As I have already said, I will not show you any hands-on as I have already shared the video. So what you need to do is when you are clicking on the link, it will redirect you to a page like this. and you will enroll in the quest, and then you can start doing your labs. Okay, so for example, a quest is having 6 labs. Then what it would look like this, and if you complete a lab, then there would be a green tick. After receiving 6 green ticks, you will be having your badge. So okay, I was also receiving a query like data science and machine learning tracks documentation is not understandable. But let me clear this doubt that this is completely beginner level and you require zero pre-knowledge for this. Google provides you the best documentation which is already provided in the lab, which you can use to understand what is given in the lab and how to do it. Okay. So these are the APIs you will be getting, you will be taught about in the labs, that is Vision API, Video Intelligence, Speech to Text, Natural Language and Translation. All these APIs would be taught to you, and you will also see how to use them in the lab itself. Okay, cloud as a career. Some of you want to opt cloud as your career. So what you can do is, first of all, I'm sharing my story. When I was learning cloud, I started with IBM Cloud. I did what in I created a project in IBM Cloud of machine learning. I created a machine learning project which was predicting the life expectancy. Then I did what? I integrated with IBM Watson and hosted on the web. So this is how I started, and then uh, in the previous year I enrolled in the 30 days cloud program and learned Google Cloud from there. So there are basically 3 main cloud services which are very handy, or you can say very popular in market these days. First is cloud Google Cloud, which you will be learning through the 30 days cloud program. The second one is IBM Cloud. In that, the main is IBM Watson, and they are having the separate course for this. And the third one is AWS, Amazon Web Services. Amazon is having uh, their dedicated platforms for it. You can search, and if someone wants courses, we can provide the links in the group. Okay. So how 30 days of Google Cloud helps you? First of all, it would be making you ready for industry, as they are giving you knowledge about how to use cloud, how to use Google Clouds. So you can use it directly in the industry. Okay, you will be getting a taste of cloud, how to get started with the cloud, and you will be getting swags. These are the benefits you will be having with this 30 days of Google Cloud program. So when you will be doing your labs, you will be getting some problems in it. For example, if you are creating an instance, so there must be a problem at that instance is not created, or etc things. So what you can do is, there is a chat support in our Google Apps that is at the right hand, bottom right hand, and you can just use that button and post your query there, and they will help you out in the lab itself. So you don't need to end the lab or anything. You can ask your queries while doing the lab. Also, there is the Google documentation for the same, which is cloud.google.com/docs, and you can use this for the documentation and to study where you have mistaken. Also, for any other queries you are facing, you can directly mail the team. These are the two mail mail IDs. You can mail to them directly, and they will help you out. Okay. So these were the 6 quests. I have already told you about this. These are the batches. These are 6 quests for data science and machine learning track, and these are their batches. So for any queries, you can directly text us on WhatsApp group. Okay. For now, if you are facing any problem or having any query, you can directly ask here. If anybody is having any query, you can ask.
Hello, this is Vaibhav here.
Yeah, hello, Vaibhav.
So I'm doing the track one lab and skill. I suppose I guess second skill batch, and in third lab number three, I'm facing an issue that it is not running properly. I have started the lab two times, but the thing is, I'm not able to go forward. I can send you the screenshot of that text also.
Yeah, Vaibhav, actually there are some problems with the tracks going on. What I will do is I will share a Google form with everybody today in the group, and there you can see which labs are working and which are not. Sorry for
Okay,
the
there are some
inconvenience.
labs that are not working.
Yeah, there are some labs which are not working properly.
Okay, then it's fine.
Yeah, there is no problem. I will share a form today. Don't worry about it. Else any query?
No, no.
Anybody else facing any issue? Okay, so how many labs have you done? Can anybody share their experience? Okay, so nobody has started. Do you want me to do a hands-on lab here? Okay, okay. I'm showing you how to do the lab. I'm doing one of the lab which is common in both the tracks. That is from first quest. Okay, so let me first screen. Just a minute, folks. I'm setting up the environment. I think my screen is visible to all of you. Can any one of you please respond?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay, thank you. So I'm performing this creating a virtual machine lab, which is the second lab of your first quest that is getting started, create and manage cloud resources. As you all have already covered a quick tour of Quick Labs in Google Cloud, because you have received the certificate with the same. So first, before starting the lab, you must first read the documentation, what is given in it. Okay, so here we have the overview of what we'll be doing in the lab, and then the setup, how to set the lab. Okay, here we are having what are the tasks of these labs. So the task is to create a compute engine instance and add the nginx server to our instance, and also to create a new instance with gcloud. We have two tasks here. So let me start the lab. It happens sometimes. Okay, so first we need to create a virtual environment of, we need to open a Google console. So it will create our cloud virtual environment. We would be logging it using these credentials given here. Okay, this is your ID and this is your password. After accepting the terms and conditions, you would be redirecting to the virtual Google Cloud environment. So after accepting the terms and conditions, it is now ready to use. Okay, so let me start with creating a new instance from the Google Cloud. So every step is given. First, what I need to do is I need to select the navigation menu, compute engine and VM instance. So here is your navigation menu. I need to go to VM instances. Okay, compute engine and VM instances. It takes some time to load. After it, I need to create an instance. So I'll click on create. Then there would be, I need to name it, and I need to follow all these steps given here. GCE lab is the name which I need to give it here. Also take care about this region and zone, they are very important. So region is US Central 1 and the zone is US Central 1 C. So change it to US Central 1 C. The series is N1. Here it is selected E2 by default and we need to shift it to N1. And 2, we are using 2V CPU. So we will change it to 2V CPU. The boot disk is 10 GB. Yeah, we are giving it 10 GB. Debian Linux 9. So we will change this operating system. We are given Linux 10 here and we'll change it to Linux 9. So here is the list of the operating system you are provided by the Google Cloud, and we'll be selecting Debian Linux 9. Select it. After this, we need to check allow HTTP traffic. So allow HTTP traffic and create it. It will take a minute to be while creating. So wait for it while it's creating. Okay. Then you need to, after it's created, it will be looking like this. We're having a green tick and an SSH button. Okay, it's now created. We're having a green tick here and a SSH button. So we need to install the Nginx web server. What we'll do is we will connect it to the SSH server. I think my SSH screen is visible to everybody. It is connecting. Is it visible?
Yes, it is.
Okay, okay, thank you.
So yeah, Gaurav wants to ask something.
Okay, who needs to ask?
Uh, Hello, Tanmay.
Yeah, hi Gaurav.
Hello, I want to ask that you were selecting the some parameters like RAM, how much RAM you are giving. Is it necessary that we should select only those which are given in tutorials?
Yeah, actually, what you are given in a tutorial, it is given a specific condition for you. For example, you are hosting, I am giving you an example. If you are hosting a game, you are needing a RAM of 20 GBs. So it is your demand there. So in this particular task, the user is demanding you to deploy 10 GB RAM for it. That's why we are selecting it, the particular version of it.
Okay, okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay, no problem. So let me continue. So is my SSH screen visible? I need to install the Nginx server. What I will do is I will copy commands from here and I paste to the SSH section. Then okay, root access has been given. Now I will update it. Okay. It must be having an output like this. So we'll be checking our output. It's perfectly the same. Okay. So now in other command we are installing the Nginx server. So let me run this command and install our Nginx server. Okay, now it's been installed. So I will check it's running with this command. And yes, it's running. You can see the command is successfully running. After this, I have installed the Nginx server. I can also verify it from here, the external IP. Yes, it's saying welcome to Nginx. That means it's been installed. After doing this, I will check my progress. After a green tick, I will ensure that yes, I have did the right task. Okay. Now the second task is to create a new instance using the gcloud. So for this, we'll be using our cloud shell. From here, you can activate your cloud shell. Cloud shell is the thing you will be required mostly in every of your task. So it's here. Okay. After activating, you can run your task. You can run your commands here. So this is the command to create an instance using the cloud shell. We have created an instance here by using the compute engine VM instances, and now we are creating it with the cloud shell. Give it the authorization. And as you can see here, it has given the same output which are we are provided here, internal and external IP. The IPs are different, but there are two another instances, that's why the IPs are different. So let me check my progress. Yeah, so here both the tasks are done. So let me, these are the additional tasks. which I recommend you to do by yourself. I'll not show here. Okay. So here we will test our knowledge. The question says through which of the following ways you have created the VM instance. We have created via two ways, that is first with the web console and the second via the gcloud command line. Okay. So we'll check this out. And yes, here you can see we are completed with the lab, and yes, this is the lab we have completed. And after doing your lab you need to end it, and when you have ended you will see a green tick here. Okay, after you have completed with the labs you need to close all the tabs you have opened, cause they will create some problems in for the labs. So I'll recommend you to close them all. In my learning section you can see all your badges you have obtained. Okay, you can see here the badges. So this was the hands-on on the Google Cloud. Any questions? Anybody want to ask something? Yeah, Aditya, for maintenance labs, I will share a form today in the group. Don't
Hello,
worry.
Tanmay.
Yeah, hi, brother.
Uh, Actually, 1 minute, 1 minute.
Sorry, no problem.
Anybody having a doubt can ask. Yeah, Aditya, for the labs, you have to follow the steps and you are done. But I'll recommend you to carefully see the steps, because sometimes you need to edit something in the steps like your IDs or other things. And in challenge lab, you would be requiring the knowledge you have got during the previous labs. In the AI labs, yeah, in AI labs, no, it's not like that. In AI labs, I have completed some of the labs, and there are the steps mentioned. Also, you can take help from the resources, like you can search any error on Google, and you can message the team, and they will help you out in solving any error you are having or any steps you aren't sure about.
Hey Tanmay, I sorry to disturb. I think Purvansh has some query regarding the deployment manager lab. His query has been passed out. Please look into that.
Oh, okay. Not right. No, Purvansh, it's not like that. Steps are right actually, but some labs are down, as I've already said previously. Some labs are not working finely. So I have mailed to the team also that this deployment manager team is not working well. So they would be looking on this. Also, I will sharing a form with you, so you can see there which lab is working or which lab is not. Atharv, there are no hidden steps actually. Some labs, all the steps are being given in the lab. Some are highlighted and some are not. You need to carefully read the documentation and you will get the steps. And also, if you are confused, you can post your query to the WhatsApp group and also to the chat option I have shown you in the presentation. You can share your query there and you will get your answer. Any other doubt? Okay, if you guys are confused with any particular lab, you can put it on the group, and I will post a dedicated video for the same. I'll record a video of completing the lab and I will share it with you. Those labs which are down will be back in 2 to 3 days. Don't worry. It will not take more than 72 hours for a lab to come back. Actually, many students are using the resources. That's why sometimes they are down. They will be back soon. anyone else having some queries? I hope everybody is clear how to complete a lab. Okay, if anybody else having a doubt can ask. So if nobody is having a doubt, we are ending this session, and we'll be sending you a feedback form on the registered mail ID. Please fill that form to let us know about the session. And also, if you are having any doubt, you can post it to the group. Whenever I or anybody else will reply to your doubt, surely. Okay, else I will be sharing the form in the group, and the form which states which labs are done. Yeah, that's it. So make sure to fill that feedback form. Okay. So we are ending up the session here. Thank you so much to join. Thank you very much.